Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Disco Elysium, where we found yet another thing we can do that isn't actually our case. Presumably anyway, I mean, stranger things have happened. But currently we are investigating the case of the missing insects. So, I guess we will go and talk to Kuno about it and see if he stole the insects from the traps. So yeah, let's head out and talk to Kuno again. It's been a while. Alright, Kuno, have you been stealing insects?
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Okay, you have seen my artwork. So maybe I should have picked the slogan that involved Kuno, because he actually saw it. Yeah, you like art, Kuno? Popper's bad to the bone, Kuno. Rotten to the core. Thank you, Kuno. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, do you like art?
Fuck no, art shit.
He takes a step back. Write in an imaginary notebook. Got it. Art's shit. Easy, Kuno. I just had a couple of questions. I do have a notebook. It's not imaginary.
That's right, pig. Shit.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts. Kuno, let's talk about your shack again. Probably don't have to do that. Yeah, let's talk about the missing locust.
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
I'm not sure if I believe you.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Well, I mean, that is not unusual knowledge, so I'm not sure if that is evidence that he took the locusts.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
But this might be a little bit more interesting. Apparently they have been talking about this subject before.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Lame prison, as opposed to the non-lame prison, right? What's this about? Now hold on, no one is lame here. Just tell me what happened. You kids are in trouble. Yeah, just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
You need to lawyer up. This is just about a bunch of missing insects. I'm not going to arrest anyone for that.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Well, where's your lawyer?
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA the City of Rage.
I'm not sure why you would make that connection, but sure.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. Sounds like art.
Kuno, is this about Rage City? No, I don't want to talk to the kid about lame stuff. Sure, let's ask about Rage City.
Oh god, Kuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
You are very concerned about being lame, huh, Kuno?
Stop it, see. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
Right.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack. The one with the pig's head.
Okay, well, should I talk to him again about it? Maybe I'm going to check out the shack first and then I will ask about what's going on again.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Right. Let's have a look at the shack again. Well, there's something new here. It's crawling with locusts in here. So I guess he did steal them and put them in his shack.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Well, clearly this wasn't here before. I would have noticed that. So yeah, I guess he did steal the bugs. For some reason.
Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Apparently so.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook and turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
At least that's going well, but at the moment I don't really know how to investigate our actual case, so I'm just doing random stuff that comes up. Yes, precisely what I was thinking. Stop being so sarcastic. No, I totally agree with you.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulindian phasmid is near? We should talk to Kuno about this, get him to stop. I mean, this seems to be harmless. He's just keeping a bunch of insects in here. Is there really like a harsh punishment for stealing locusts? But, yeah, I'm going to play along, Kim. Do you think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist.
Fair point, fair point.
But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
And how would it do that? Anyway, I guess we will go back and talk to Kuno about this.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Well, thank you. I think I'm getting a hang of dealing with that kid. Alright, Kuno, let's talk about the bugs again.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. I know you took the locusts from the traps the cryptozoologist set up, right?
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town. Why steal locusts? Couldn't you find some other pets? Around here? I don't know. Maybe not. And I mean, bugs are pretty easy to keep. They can take care of themselves for the most part. So yeah, but why did you tell me that you don't care about bugs and then you have like a whole city of them?
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Okay, so you do like bugs, or at least these kinds of bugs.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence and buries her face in her hands. Let the kid have hobbies. Let the kid be interested in bugs. Stop being so whiny all the time, Kunoez.
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
Okay, so this is the city he has been building. So that is a night city in there.
Yeah, Locust City. City of Rage. City of Lights.
I see.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination.
Yeah, it's City of Night and Rage and Lights and Locusts and whatnot. It's basically the city of everything.
The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place. What are you, some kind of artist now? Whatever, kids, I just wanted to ask. I don't know, sounds cool enough, I suppose.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Right, you're an artist. I mean, technically it's the bugs building the city, but still.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Well, that is a good catch. I didn't notice that. Hold on, did I hear you right? You said I, not. Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself. You should listen to your friend Kuno. Art's lame as hell. No, Kunoez is lame. Don't listen to her. But yeah, you spoke about yourself in the first person for a change.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig.
I didn't say you're not allowed to do that. I was just asking because it's unusual.
I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
Yes, you do you, Kuno.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself. I guess you could say so. I mean, I did produce that wall painting. That's pretty neat, right?
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way. I mean, that would have been a nice detail, but apparently he doesn't have the physical strength to rip his t-shirt apart.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Right.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A leaden silence fills the yard.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. So that's what this is about.
That depends on the choices you make, young girl. Me and Kuno have discussed this. I promised I won't do that. Say nothing. Yeah, I don't really care about either of you. You're small fish. I'm investigating a much larger case here, and I don't intend to arrest anyone except the person who killed the mercenary here. So don't worry about that.
I don't believe you.
She disappears entirely behind the fence.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face.
What's wrong?
Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
And how am I supposed to do that?
You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
Right, that is my primary concern at the moment. I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. I have to ask, what does the City of Rage mean? What's going to happen to the locusts, not towards the shack? Yeah, I do want to convince him to stop stealing the locusts, but maybe we can ask him a bit more about the City of Locusts.
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face up to the falling rain.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
I didn't do anything with Kuno City. It's still there, and the bugs seem to be just fine. Anyway, can you please stop taking the locusts from the traps?
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
Well, he changed quickly again from I can do anything to, well, everything is lame now. But okay, I guess I got what I asked for. He will stop taking the bugs.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno is finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of the first person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
Well, why do you care, Kuno-S? What's going to happen to the locusts? Okay, now that that's settled, I'd better be off. Yeah, now that the locusts are suddenly lame again, what are you going to do with them?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Obviously. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to leave you be because, I have what I came here for, and I'll be off again.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian phasmid, which I'm sure is going to be completely lame to you. He mutters to himself.
He recognizes the name.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't expect that. So, have you heard about this?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. the fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
I just asked you a question. Why don't you tell me what you know?
As you leave, you notice his usual rooster-like swaying posture has changed. Slowed down, like clockwork unwinding.
Okay, but he still isn't willing to tell me more about the phasmid. You know, whenever I think I'm making some progress with Kuno, he's just going to fall back to his old behavior and doesn't care about anything. But whatever, I did finish my task here, so I can return to Lena and Morel and tell them that their bugs will be safe. Well, at least the ones that haven't been stolen already. Okay, so which of you am I supposed to talk to?
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
Well, I mean, the trap design probably doesn't matter because the person who stole the locust is a kid and not a phasmid, so the trap doesn't really matter.
So it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Well, you certainly can try again. I'm just not sure if it's ever going to lead anywhere.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Well, they certainly seem intent to continue. The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be so well at the moment.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Well, then maybe he should take a break.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
Yeah, maybe it is. You can continue your search for the phasmid later. For now, I think you should take care of yourself.
You're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
Right.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
Don't be such a downer with rhetoric.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Why won't there be a next season? Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. Normally I would say yes, but like I said, currently I don't have any clue how to continue my main investigation, so I may as well spend my time doing this. It's not worth risking your health. You should call it a day and go home. Refuse. I'd offer to help, but I have my own things to do. Refuse. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you. Accept. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Accept enthusiastically. Sure, let's just continue. I mean, it can't hurt to try it one more time, right?
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine, it's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through, as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Okay, that's fair. But I will restock the traps for you, and then we will see if, well, something else is going to go for the locust and not just Kuno.
Really? It's too much, officer.
He starts coughing again.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
She nods to her husband.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Okay, well, that's okay. It's not my prime objective.
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
Well, we can talk about that later, I suppose. Anyway, should I talk to her again as well?
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
Alright, it looks like I don't have anything new to say here. Okay, well, let me have a look at my quest. First, restock the trap you left empty before. The trick is to remember which one it was. I'm pretty sure I remember which one it was. So, that shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, there's a box with locusts. A cardboard box with several rows of little holes in the lid. Though at first glance the box seems perfectly ordinary, upon closer examination it's obvious that it has been prepared with great care. Yeah, there's a bunch of holes in there. Okay, I got another skill point. So, what are we going to do with that? I feel I could use more endurance. This is pretty low. There we go. And am I still... Yeah, I'm still internalizing this thought over here, so I can't do anything about that. So let's restock that trap, which I think was the one all the way up here. So I'm going to travel to the church. We will try to find that trap again. Pretty sure it's somewhere around here. Yep, there it is.
The reeds dance slowly around the empty trap. The trap's netting trembles. No insect sounds or movement anywhere.
Alright, so let's release the locust into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When can we get to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation?
Well, once I find any new clue for that investigation.
Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
And then we will continue.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
Well, I'm open for suggestions, Kim, but at the moment, all I can do is stuff that is absolutely unrelated to my murder investigation, like, you know, building the nightclub. Now, as far as I understand, just doing random stuff on the coast will eventually help me to pass that skill check with the mural, and then I can continue the investigation, but there's no real, narrative connection between these things, so obviously all the stuff I'm doing here right now seems completely pointless to Kim, since, it doesn't really pertain to our investigation. Anyway, let's return to the church and... Okay, I have to go back to the whirling and tell them that we restock the trap. So I should be able to fast travel from here again. There we go. And, oh, Morel already left, but we can talk to Lena again.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you hopefully. Alright, I restocked the empty trap, but where did Morel go to?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages to smile for you.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Only the hardcore players left, huh? It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there on those reeds. He gives up and I'm running around. Well, I offered to do that. No one is forcing you to do all this work for them. But yeah, it's probably for the best.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
So who's going to check the traps? I mean, that's a good question. I guess Kim will not allow me to continue this and check the traps again later, so I guess it will have to wait until Morel is fit enough.
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
All right.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Something tells me it's up to me again. Yeah, probably it is. We'll take care of it. Take it on. Once more to the breach then. Take it on with undue optimism. Good luck with that. My bug-chasing days are over. I guess I will try to take the task. I'm not sure if Kim will let me do it, though.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Really? I didn't notice that.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Yeah, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You're on the back foot. You've given up on the phasmid. Well, maybe. You're not telling me the whole story, never mind. I mean, you're clearly on the back foot.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then.
And about what are you in doubt?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
Right, that I am.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
I mean, this is clearly some personal business, so I don't think you have to answer me, but I still would like to know.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Oh, so you're having doubts about your childhood experience with that phasmid.
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Well, it is kind of sad.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me. Yeah, but I mean, we don't know if maybe she is just misremembering it. And Morel is just, reinforcing that belief.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
Are you saying you made it up? You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something? So you haven't seen it. I should arrest you for lying. All the weird things that I can arrest people for. But yeah, you really seem to believe it happened.
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
So yeah, he was reinforcing your story, and that made you more confident in it. I see.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was...
You were what?
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
I have a suggestion here. First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you're not sure you made it either. You made it up either. Okay, it's a false memory. Doesn't mean all cryptids aren't real. Chase another one. You're right about all of it, and I need to get back to my work. It's a red check. Can't retry it. I guess I can't just back out of this dialogue and see if I can increase my suggestion. So let's hope that 72% is going to be enough.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
Alright, and I need something good here. Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid. Yeah, do you have anything better?
All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to use this option. Yep, it doesn't matter whether the phasmid exists, you still have your relationship, right?
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple.
I mean, you can find other hobbies, I'm sure.
If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
I don't think this is your fault. I think he already was on this path before he met you, so don't blame yourself for that.
You know, this reminds you of the Pericanasian theory of love. In essence, love is a relay out of death. Generation by generation, our love remains in our progeny. Lay some of that on her.
I am not sure if that is really useful in this situation. You know, the Pericanasian theorized that love was the key to immortality. Morel hated lecturing. You convinced him to do something real in this world. I feel that's a good point. Normally, when I think about stuff like women and marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something, no? I mean, that is a weird thing to say, but I guess it does count for something. Either way, I guess this one is very true. You convinced him to do something real in this world.
But if the dream comes to naught, what good is it? No, the thing is...
She looks down at her legs.
I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
So you think he only married you because of your cryptozoologist story and not because of who you are?
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. Now I understand why you haven't told him about your doubts. Wow, love is hard. Say nothing. Yeah, I think it's probably more than just that. I mean, you have been together for years now. And maybe if initially he was only interested in your story, I'm sure he wouldn't have stayed with her that long if they don't have like other stuff in common as well.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time.
All right.
What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Okay, well, if you want to continue your hunt for this phasmid, then just do it. Maybe at some point you will find one cryptid. Maybe not this one, but any cryptid.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you are not sure you made it up either. Okay, it's a false memory. Doesn't mean that all cryptids are real. Chase another one. You're right about all of it, and I need to get back to work. I don't know. I don't know if she actually saw a phasmid or if it was a false memory. But it feels like the right thing to encourage here in this situation, since apparently this is now making her question her entire marriage, and I don't want to do that. So if you need to believe in the phasmid for your marriage to work, then by all means, keep hunting that phasmid.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it, how it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Yeah, about Gary. Maybe he's not like the best person to be around anyway. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? You do that, I'll check the traps one more time. Be careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. The rest of it is pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light. Yeah, do you need any help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Alright, fair enough. And I guess I will try to check the traps one more time if Kim lets me.
Really?
And that comes.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
I mean, I probably have to go back to some of these places anyway, so it's not really that much work. Can I have your address just in case there's news? Yeah, I mean, can't hurt to have it, right?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
But nothing. I will contact you if I ever find anything cryptid related. Be careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. The rest of it is pretty grim. Yeah, be careful out there.
You too, sweetie.
Okay.
Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
Well, the sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time.
Well, we'll see about that. I mean, I have restocked the traps. Maybe something will come out of it.
A lie? A fool's hope, say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows.
And now she's gone.
We should go too.
Right.
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness. To ask the wind once more.
Yeah, I guess this is a hint that I should investigate the mural again. But I mean, I still have the whole task about the church. So I think I'm going to finish that first, and then we will take a look at the mural again. Also, can I talk to him again?
Smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song. Yeah, the church is actually my past. Yeah, the church is actually my life. Yeah, the church is actually my love. Things are really bad with it. I fucking rock that shit. Told you I'd rock that shit. Yeah, I guess the church is your past in some form.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
I guess nothing, that's all. I don't need any bills. I'm not living in your apartment anymore. Okay, so, now that this side investigation is finished, for now anyway. Yep, let's have a look at my quest journal again. So, still can't do anything with any of these. I have to wait until the evening for this one. It's probably not the time to call the library yet. I think it's at 10 a.m. And yeah, everything else is just about the nightclub. However, I just remembered there is another thing that I want to do. It's not an actual quest, but still. I want to talk to the Pale Driver again. I after we talked to Joyce, we got the recommendation to try to talk to her again. So, let's do that.
Loma, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Okay, I can talk to her again, but I'm not seeing any new dialogue options, unless they're somewhere hidden inside other options.
She's just a distracted old woman.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
I guess I will try some of the unused ones, but none of them really seem to relate to the Pale.
Some of them are like home to me now. I would say the routes I drive are usual to me.
Tell me more about the routes.
Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
She opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. That's true.
You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Well, I have improved since day number 1, I would say.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
I think I know what's going on with you. Okay, now I suddenly have a new dialogue option here.
And what is that?
She sticks a filterless cigarette into a cigarette holder and reaches for the light. You're a Pale driver. You transport goods through the Pale. Exactly. That is literally her name.
Great. He asked the Pines rep about the pill.
Yes, I did. You don't have to protect me from this. I'm a big boy. I can't operate in this world without knowing its basic terms. I'm a detective. I need to know things. No, I just remembered it myself, pointing your head with my head. That is a lie. Yeah, you don't need to protect me from this. I'm a big boy.
Fine then. Just try not to black out again. And don't contemplate. We don't have time for that.
Right.
It's death, but for the universe, oh, we're contemplating the living shit out of this.
Oh, I'm contemplating, Kim. I am drawing existential conclusions from this. I'm not sure if I do. Yeah, no, just for detective work, that's all I need it for now. Everything is related to the Pale, my condition, the case, everything. It's all anthroponetic. I mean, do we have any reason to believe that? At the moment, I really only contemplate about my detective work, so don't worry.
That is exactly what I didn't want you to do. Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in Pale transport.
Yep, that's exactly what I've been asking.
No offense. But your partner?
She lights a cigarette. A white and silver cloud of smoke disappears into her mouth.
Seems like a bit of an idiot.
She breathes out. The air tastes sweet. Well, looks can be deceiving.
Republica, a filterless cigarette from Misk.
Republica, smell the air. That's not very healthy. I blacked out after a night of heavy drinking and lost all memory of the world. I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world. I'm not an idiot. I'm a detective of the RCM. Don't say I'm an idiot. Well, I'm not an idiot, but I may seem like one since I lost all my memories.
Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Pergunte a Poeira. You're the opposite of me, then. I remember everything. Even things I never knew.
Really? How does that work?
The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. In the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the Fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot. The look on her face, like an orgasm, The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent Dolores Day.
So you remember things that didn't happen. I would call that imagination. Well, yeah, is it over-radiation?
Heroic doses, Hervia. Heroic.
Sounds dangerous.
Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Catalan Magistral? It's more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this...
She gestures at the square, the broken horse monument, the clanging of machines in the distance.
What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become a vapor.
Well, why don't you? What does it look like, the Pale? What does it feel like? How do you pass through it? One last thing. You said we can just become vapor. Okay, I guess I can ask all of it. So how does it look like?
Like looking into the ocean at night. In the dark.
And?
You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
And how does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn. Dark, grey and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of streets in the electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible.
Well, that is a weird description, okay.
Nostalgia. Cooped up in the cabin, shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself. For humans. It's too much to bear. She loves it.
Okay. And how do you pass through it?
In the belly of an airship, behind the stair windows. So you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it.
Not on this lorry, then. Well, on this lorry?
No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
She points to the machines clumped up like toys.
The wheels all small and round. Multi-axle trailers.
All right, but one last thing. Tell me more about becoming vapor.
Yes.
Yes? That's all you have to say?
No elaboration.
I would rather have what I have than what you have. I would rather have what you have than what I have. I feel I already have what you have in some way. You mean not remembering stuff? Having weird dreams? Yeah, I feel I already have some of what you have.
They say there is a point. One that I have not crossed. In the Pale, super deep. If you stray too far, of course, on the U41A, or in Lomonosov's land, where every step you take is one step further from home, no matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale. Maybe you've been down the motorway south?
She looks at her cigarette. It's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily, then at you. Okay, tell me more about that.
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Jerife, not Pale drivers. Way beyond the established Pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins, erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
And what is at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end. I've only glimpsed the beginning. I've only felt it in the distance when I was a child. A child rowing on the lake.
Ma'am, can I have any further explanation?
Josiane.
A sigh escapes her lips and silence as she stares within herself.
There is nothing more to do now. She's far away.
Okay.
She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. The child descending.
You've fried both your brains enough for today, detective.
He inspects her, no response.
Let's get some air. This one's far gone.
He shakes his head silently as he turns to leave. Well, that was something. I'm not sure if I really gained any deep insights on this because it was all very confusing, but I'm still glad I talked to her again. Anyway, the episode is getting very long, so I'm going to make a cut here. I got a new thought, I will take a look at it in the next episode, and then we will decide how to continue. But for now, let's call it a day. As always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.